Alright guys, I really did not plan to make a video about this topic, but recently more and more people found me for private lessons, for example on Fiverr, and there is one thing I heard a lot and made me thinking maybe I should make a video about it. And it was that I stopped improving and I feel stuck and I don't know what to do to make my music better. This can feel awful. And I was thinking if there's any chance that there are probably lots of people are struggling with something similar out there, so it would be a good idea to make a video about this and how I see this problem. So I decided to give you 3 reasons why you stopped improving and give you some solutions for each of those. People think that playing the classical guitar is much more difficult at the very beginning than later, and I partly agree with it, but here's the thing. After reaching a certain level, your basic technique becomes more and more confident, so you are able to solve problems more easily, like tricky bar chords or arpeggios and so on, but still you can feel stuck, like you are not improving anymore. And here's where the really hard work starts. But don't worry about it, I'm here to help you and to lead you through it step by step. And having this phase means that you have a long way behind you and you are just ready to put your skills on a higher level. So let's take a look at some possible reasons why you stopped improving. And assuming that you are more of an advanced level player, I will skip the very basic reasons today. So the number 1 reason is that you are so stubborn that you are choosing pieces over your level, too difficult pieces. And they won't give you success, but you will feel demotivated and frustrated. So if a piece is too difficult for you, the complexity of it can make you feel like you are not improving at all. Probably you are, but in just a super slow tempo, and who wants that? Or maybe you really aren't improving because with such an overwhelming material, you can't supervise your movement and optimize your playing, and you lose control over your hands and over your playing, and your practice sessions becomes counterproductive. Know how to solve that. Set realistic goals depending on how much time you have to practice and how much effort you can put into that exact program you choose. Set your goals and make a plan, and don't change that every day depending on your mood. Also, be consistent. So if you can play Lagrima, then don't jump on Concerto de Aranjuez next. Just look at the step ahead of you, not the whole staircase. If you're confident about your playing, you can easily get comfortable and you are doing the same thing over and over again. So you're stuck in a loop and you are not improving again. If you don't actively try to be better, you don't learn new skills, you don't open your perspectives, and you don't let yourself to get inspired by your environment. This is a little bit next level stuff, but in order to become a really good player, you need to practice technique endlessly. But in order to become a really good musician, you need to let in other impacts. Rubinstein said, "Never practice more than 3 or 4 hours a day. No one can concentrate longer than that, and you must spend the rest of your time learning about life and love and art and all the other wonderful things in the world. If a young person sits in the practice room all day, what can he possibly have to express in his music?" I love this quote, this is one of my favorites. But seriously, don't make practice a brainless work, make it a creative work. And make it different, just a tiny bit different every day. And after that 3 or 4 hours, put down your instrument and go out and let the world inspire you. Learn some new skills. Knowledge from other areas than music is essential in order to find the best metaphors, imaginations, and tiny relations in classical music. Fine art, literature, and music are really close to each other, but you can learn something from very different areas like woodcraft or soap making I think even car repairing can give you a way new perspective, something that opens up your eyes and make you see something in your music in a way that you have never seen like before. Do you have other passions? What gives you inspiration for your music? Let's talk about hobbies in the comments. For me, my side craft is painting usually. So you can see that painting behind me, that's my art. And you can get a print of that by becoming a patron, like this one. So if you like this channel, if you think what I'm doing is valuable, please consider becoming a patron. Thanks. But related to the previous one, my last reason why you probably stopped improving is that you are not asking questions. And without asking questions, you won't have an objective self-reflection, and without seeing yourself as you are, you won't be able to improve, so you stop. You can ask questions in several ways, but the whole point of it is to find the root cause of the problem. You cannot stop until you didn't find the root cause. I recently have learned the 3 why method. It's basically just if you want to find the root cause of any problem, you have to ask why at least 3 times. Let's say I think my playing was really bad. Why? Because it was really messy. I kept playing the wrong notes. Why? Because I wasn't accurate enough. Why? Because I didn't practice slowly and detailed. Now I have a cause, so I can work on that particular area. Yay! So now you know what to do, but since you are doing this whole thing by yourself, you really need to be honest to yourself. And also you cannot go like, my playing was messy. Why? Because I suck. Because that won't lead anywhere, right? Also, like, I don't know, for example, my playing was bad. Why? Because my teachers suck. Everyone suck. And the whole world is against me and I have nothing to do with it. That's also not a good reason why. So just stop looking for excuses. Okay, this is funny, I will leave this in. Questions are one of the most powerful tools in a classical musician's bag. Question everything, because it will easily get you into a question loop kind of thing. Yeah, let's call that a question loop. And this loop is good. This is a good loop for you. This loop is your friend, because whenever you question something and you are looking for the answer, that answer will give you a new question. And by looking for the answer to that will give you another new question. And this is how you learn until the day you die. Does anyone count how many times I said question? Never mind. He who asks a question remains a fool for 5 minutes. He who does not ask remains a fool forever. I'm sparkling with these quotes today. These are amazing. So target a problem, ask the right question, and find a solution. Always ask specific questions with a clear answer. And this won't only build your playing, but also your character and your basic knowledge. What you really need here is curiosity. You need to be curious. You need to desire to know better, to know more, and to solve problems. You need to be curious. Otherwise it won't work. And maybe you won't ask the right question for the first time, but don't worry. As you dig deeper, eventually you will get there. And there you will find your root cause of your problem, and next to that, another question for another time. On your way out, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to support this channel, become a patron and a super cool person, and check out my Twitch channel for more content. See you!